Great win. We knew we had to have that game. Got a lot of respect for Colorado State. Stevens is one of the best players to play in this league for a long time. Hopefully I never see him again because he's really good. Did not want to walk out of this building with another loss. I could not bring myself to do that. Our fans deserve to walk out with the win. Really, really appreciative of them. And just found a way versus a really good team. So very, very proud of our guys.
Isaiah, final 10 minutes or so was their go-to. What was going through your mind when you just saw him hit kind of bucket after bucket?
Yeah, he's really good. And he just makes the right play. We wanted to be aggressive and try to turn him over. He did have 5 turnovers, but he had 9 assists. He just, if you put 2 on the ball, he makes the right pass. If you put 1 on the ball, he finishes at the rim. Just a terrific player. And we tried to switch up the matchups a couple times. We went House, and we went Donnie a couple times, and we went back to House. But, yeah, it was just make one less play, find a way.
Coach, I know you can only talk so much about getting the ball down low. I mean, just Nelly's performance tonight, was there more intent, just reiterating to the guys the importance of getting him the ball coming in?
Yeah. And to their credit, I think they saw it for San Diego State. They came back, practiced the next day, and we said, guys, we got to throw the ball inside. We got to throw the ball inside. And they did it. And I thought that was Nelly's best game as a Lobo. He was really, really good. And proud of him. He's an awesome person.
We saw Dent make that same exact shot earlier in the season. Was that the idea in the huddle, just to give it to him?
Same play.
Yeah.
Give the ball to Donnie and go figure it out. That's really what it was. We thought they'd go zone. They've shown that from time to time. But when you got 6-7 seconds, you don't have a lot of time to go run a play. Just put it in his hands, and he'll make the right play, and he did that.
Were you concerned there was too much time left?
I have a lot of concerns. A lot of them.
Your 3 guards did score the final 13 points for you guys in the final 3 minutes. And then in the final minute, in the final 55 seconds, there were 16 points scored. Like, it was just a flurry there at the end. Neither team was getting a stop. Were you not calling anything defensively? Were you not trying to stop each other? Like, were you worried there wouldn't be a stop, though, in the final closing
I mean, I thought, good players are making good plays, honestly. We got screwed up. We should have switched on Cartier 3. So, there's good offensive players on both sides. I think we both run good stuff, and they were making plays, and we were making plays, and we just needed to make one more stop at the end. But, yeah, it was certainly a concern because our defense was actually really good in the second half until the last couple of minutes. But we found a way to get that stop.
Your team that averages in the 80s, but you talked the other day about slowing the offense down. Is this kind of what you were envisioning? Yeah, I mean,
we're top 10, top whatever in the country in tempo, and I want to play fast, but a lot of that has to do with we get a lot of steals and we turn teams over. I'm not telling them to, play with reckless abandonment. Just go play the right way and take what the game gives you. And when you get into conference, it normally slows down. You're normally going to have a lower possession game, and Colorado State can dictate the tempo, and that's fine. But good teams have to find ways to win a variety of ways.
Portnoy said the other day,
if you win out, we control our own destiny. Yeah. It's a little less ridiculous now than when he said it the other day. Still ridiculous, wherever he is.
I told Mash the same thing. I don't want to redo the whole interview from last Tuesday in Nevada when people had been on him, and he still had the trust in, or you had the trust in him to give him the ball in the final 70 seconds of that game. Tonight, same thing, though. He's in the key moments, and he scored a lot, and he ends up with, he had plus 13 in a game that was a 2-point game, and nobody else was even close to plus 13.
Yeah, that's, with all due respect to fans on Twitter, that's why you can't listen to them. And everybody deals with it. It's not like it's just our fan base. It's the coach's job to, through practice every day, figure out what the best way to help us win is. And I've told Mash, before Nevada, when he hit those 2 shots, working hard does not guarantee you success. What working hard does is guarantee you the confidence that when you miss a shot to take the next one with a high level of belief that you're going to make it. And he's going to play basketball for a long time. I hope to coach for a long time. I hope these guys play for a long time. You're going to have to block out the noise. And it's hard because even the good, you're going to have to find a way to block it out. And Mash trusts his work, which is why he was able to step up.
What was the difference second half? You guys take 15 more free throws than the first half. What was the difference? You guys able to get to the line more?
We were just trying to be aggressive and get to the rim. They're big, strong, and physical. I don't know what the number would be, but I thought we did a pretty good job. Jalen probably was the only one who did in getting layups and being physical at the basket. And that's Donovan is an elite layup maker. I thought Mash was really, really good today. We're getting it inside. The thing we talked about too, although we were missing some free throws, but if you get the ball inside, you're going to get their front court in some type of foul trouble. We did that.
Coach, kind of going off, I don't know if you heard it when I asked Smash this last question, but we're so late in February. You're seeing teams again. At this point, is this a time of the year where you don't have these come to Jesus meetings? You just trust what your players do at practice and really just leave it up to execution? I know you're going to scout teams too, but
longer I do it, I don't know how much speeches and come to Jesus meetings really work. It just comes down to you got to be great in practice, and I've got to be on my game. The staff's got to be on their game, and we got to have great practices. And if it's a film session, we got to have a great film session. All the talk, it's probably pretty underwhelming if you guys were around. But it just comes down to, are we building these habits every single day? And we have been, and that's how you win these tough, close games.
How fun was that final minute in this environment?
I'm going to be honest, it wasn't fun at all. I'm over there stressed. I'm trying to win the game. But, I mean, we live for moments like that. I mean, just playing basketball is so much fun. It brings us so much joy. So, they're a great team, well coached. They got great players over there, so we knew they were going to make some plays. But we needed to make, more plays than them, and we did. So
I don't want to relive the conversation you and I had a week ago, the ups and downs of missing a bunch of shots in the game and then being their clutch at Nevada and being their clutch again tonight. But the ups and downs, how do you block it out to have a final minute like that?
I just continue to work. I mean, I stay in the gym, man, and I try to just, block out all the noise that I can. In this day of social media, it's hard just because we're always on it. That's how we stay connected and stuff like that. But, man, I stay in the gym. Just that gets my head clear of things and just continue to work and get better and just continue to put one foot in front of the other each day.
Mash, put us in the huddle when they're up late, under 10 seconds to go. What are you guys talking about there?
We're just trying to stay calm. I mean, it's an emotional time, emotional game. Just stay calm and stay poised and just play the game of basketball how we know how to play, make the reads we know how to make. And, we really have been focused on this year getting stops and just really, really getting stops. So that's what our huddles is talking about, straight defense and just collective togetherness.
I asked Coach this yesterday, but it's got to be exhausting, or at least pretty trying, and you guys play one huge game after another. I mean, what's that like for you guys? Going on a big road trip, you come back playing this one?
It's super fun. I mean, that's what this whole Mountain West Conference is all about. And we got one of the best venues in college basketball, and we always get excited to play home games here. And to, I obviously have a ranked opponent coming here and beat them is great for us. So we're just happy to get the win, keep rolling.
Nash, kind of bouncing off of what Joe touched on. You said all you do is come in and work, so you know what you're able to do on the court. But coming in, getting 3 steals as well with 6 rebounds. What happened on the court tonight? How are you able to just execute?
I've just been throughout the year. I've been trying to just not really focus on the offensive end, but just always trying to contribute on the defensive end. And tonight it showed, and other nights it hasn't. But just continuing to get better each and every day and have the same mentality that I've always had, since I've been here. So.
You hit your first shot of the game, which rattled in, and then you hit a three-pointer about 5 minutes later. After your shooting struggles, were you even thinking about that? Does it make you feel better when you start off hot like that?
I didn't even really think of anything like that because the shots that I miss, they feel good, and I work out and I work on my game, so I have the utmost confidence in myself. So I just continue to take every game as an opportunity just to continue to be myself and continue to attack and just continue to get better at what I need to get better at. So
JT didn't have the huge numbers, but Nelly did tonight, and you guys feeding the post is something Coach has been talking about. You guys have been talking about the need to do it a little more. How good was it to see Nelly kind of have a game like that, a double-double?
It was great. I mean, he's been killing in practice, and he's been that's finally translated to right now and into this game. So he's a force down there, and when he's rolling, we want to continue to get him the ball and continue to get him to he creates a lot of fouls. So he's a really good player, man. He's going to continue to be a really good player.
Isaiah Stevens was their go-to down the stretch. They got a star guard. Mm-hmm. You, Donnie, and House combined for the final 13 points, though, for the Lobos. Did you get worried at all that Isaiah was just not going to miss? And was there ever any thought about like who your guys' go-to was going to be at the end?
Nah. I mean, we know how Isaiah plays. I mean, I've seen him since I've gotten here, man. He's a special player, and you know he can go get a bucket anytime he wants to. So we knew we all had to be ready. You know, all of our guards and even our bigs, man, because they set a lot of screens for him, a lot of floppy action, a lot of down screen action. So we just all got to be ready. You know, especially with a guy like that. You know, he draws so much attention, and I mean, at the end of the game, I mean, we just again want to play basketball, just flow. Whoever has it, each and all of our guards can go get a bucket. So that's how it is.
Kind of on that note, I mean, Donovan Dent continues to shine in those late game moments. What's it like just not only being on a team with someone like that, but just watching him, you know, just continue to be clutch time and time?
I've seen it. I mean, there's no surprise to me at all. Like at all. I mean, he's a great layup maker, man. He's probably one of the best in the country that I've seen at just making layups at his size and stuff like that. So it's no surprise to me. I mean, he's a great player, and he works on his game, and he's a good kid. So he's going to get rewarded for that. So.
How did it feel to get that shot out the glass? How did it come in there? What were you thinking? How the open looks?
You talking about the layup?
Yes, the last shot.
I mean, I was just trying to get fouled, honestly. We were in a double bonus, so I was trying to get to the free throw line. And, you know, they didn't stop me, so had an easy layup, honestly.
Anything else?
Yeah, Nash, when you get to this point in the season, so late, you're playing teams twice in a row. We can pick all these stats and things, but does it come down to just trusting your guys, your team, and just kind of executing when it comes down to it this late? Definitely. I mean, we needed this game like as much as anybody, and I know they needed this game too. So it's like we have to continue just to make plays down the stretch because we know things are going to get broken down, switches. You know, it's basketball. It's just a game of imperfection. So definitely, if we just stay together and just make sure our huddles are great, communicating together the right way, we'll be just fine during this. And that's who wins games in this time of March and in these late February. So.